What's up, YouTube and real life traders? Once again, it's Robert Falco from Real Life Trading with your Wednesday stock review. I hope you're all having a fantastic week and that October was a great month for you. We know it's coming to a close here this week. Halloween right around the corner, and then November. Let's jump on in today. And looks like a little bit of a bearish day. Pretty much at the end of the day, we decided to roll over. We were consolidating almost all day long. The SPY was as flat as a pancake. A little bit of a pop up and then a rollover, which I think is actually good that we get a little bit of rotation. A lot of bullish move here. So I still think we need to retest these open gaps. And even with some strong earnings, which we're going to talk about here in a second, the market's really high and it's already had a pretty nice move off of this pullback. So a little bit of rotation I think would definitely be healthy, and we might see that over the next couple of days to a week or so. But we'll see. Overall, nothing I think to be super worried about. We're literally at all-time highs like yesterday. The Qs hit an all-time high today. Let's see, 383.15. So that was higher than this 382.78, and then immediately started selling. So hopefully you didn't buy up there. I don't think anyone was like, hey, let me buy this all-time high breakout. Obviously there was somebody, but hopefully none of you watching this video, and no one in RLT, because yeah, that would not be a good idea. You want to buy low, sell high, not buy all-time high breakouts after a nice run. So same thing with the Qs. I think we need a little bit of a rotation, and even with, Microsoft, Google powering higher, and these things are absolute beasts of companies. The Qs was only able to muster a 0.23% gain. IWM, big pullback right into the middle of this channel pretty much. Here's the 100, 200 right there. So it looks like the channel is going to continue on IWM. Not much else to say about that one. Microsoft was very, very close today. I'd have to go double check market caps. I don't think that they eclipsed Apple, but it was about $30 billion, maybe like 25 away from being the most valuable company in the world. I know some people think, oh, Microsoft, super boring. Well, a chart like this, hey, I'll take boring all the time. I mean, this thing, I think this is up like 60% year to date. So, I know everyone likes to pick like new stocks and all this different stuff, but yeah. Microsoft's up over 50% year to date, and it actually might have been a little bit more. I think I highlighted January 5th instead of the 4th, but either way, Microsoft's crushing it. The mega caps just continue to win, continue to just print money, cash flow machines, and it looks like that's going to continue. I do think this gap is going to fill, but dang, any dip is buyable on Microsoft. It almost got to the 100. Obviously, don't buy everything way up here, but any dip is buyable on this thing. An absolute beast out there today. Same with Google. Pretty much owns the internet. I think this one's up like 70% year to date. Let's see. Again, if you're trying to pick like a little, micro cap or something like that. Yeah, Google's up 70%. All you had to do is know about the internet, and you could have known to invest in Google, and you made 70% on your money, destroying the return on the S&P 500. So it doesn't have to be that complex out there, team. It can be as simple as like, hey, Google is awesome. And they own the internet, they own search, and YouTube, the second largest search engine is YouTube next to Google, which Google happens to own as well. So Google absolutely printing money, crushing earnings. I mean, year over year revenue growth, absolutely phenomenal. All dips are viable on Google as well. But I do think we need a little bit of a dip after that ginormous candle. Google pretty much hit 2 trillion today. It might have been like a billion away, but it pretty much became a $2 trillion company out there today on the Googster. We'll go over to Upwork, which is gapping down after hours. The earnings were pretty decent. I only glanced through them. However, stocks with super, super high valuations right now, if they do not guide up, so they can't just like guide in line, they have to guide up And then if they're losing money, they're also getting punished right now in the market out there. So I do think Upwork is viable on the dip, but I wouldn't go in and like buy, all the Upwork right now. I personally got called away at 55, was closer to 56 after the premium. And I will probably start buying back down below 50, which we're almost there, and or, look to acquire more majority of my position down into this area if we come down there. But if you want to tiptoe in around 50 or right below 50, I think that's probably a pretty good area. But that's Upwork. Got the 100, 200 right there. Has held the uptrend. So I like Upwork. TDOC, stock that I do not like. The market hates this thing. It is a broken chart. The earnings were terrible. I think they guided down, and it just continues to get punished. I see zero reason to try to be a hero and call the bottom on TDOC. So this thing is pretty much on life support. Yeah, I mean, eventually this thing could probably come down to like $90. Maybe it would be worth a shot there. So yeah, it's down again after hours, and probably like to sell it on any rip. Like if it rips back up to 135, probably a good opportunity to short this thing. I don't see any reason to still be in this unless you hate money. Otherwise, hopefully you have protected puts. Let's go over to Algo. This one was requested out there. Let's take a look at Algo USD. I'm not in this particular crypto. Like all cryptos, they all have their time to shine, whether they do anything or not. We almost made a higher high right here, but that did not actually happen. So right now it's a little bit of a pennant pattern. You got some higher lows, and you do have some lower highs. So whichever way that breaks, I would say that's the way that Algo is going to go. I don't really know too much about this one, but yeah, it's crypto. So, it's a cheapy one. I don't know if it's actually used for anything. I don't think that even matters right now. They get pumped and sell the rip, and yeah, on to the next one. Shiba. So Shiba coin overtook Dogecoin with like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna get this wrong. 45 billion dollars market cap, just absolute insanity. I know there were some folks, throwing a couple $100 in on Shiba, either here or here. Maybe 500 or 1,000. You made some good money into that, and it was all over CNBC today, and Reddit and Twitter and all that stuff. So probably time to sell into this rip. At least at least what you put in. Like, you should not be losing money on this at this point. So take out what you put in, maybe some profit. Have your orders in there, because Coinbase is going to crash. When this thing rips, you're not going to be able to log into Coinbase to sell. So you got to have some limit sells hanging out there waiting, and scale out of it over time. I mean, who knows? It's a poop coin. Anything can happen. And it's super cheap. There's like quadrillions of coins out there, but it's super cheap. So people think, oh, well, even if it goes to a penny, I'm going to be a billionaire. It's probably not going to a penny. It's a great move. Congratulations if you made some money, but take your gains while you have them. Otherwise, the market will take them for you on your fake internet dog money, aka Shiba coin. So yeah, overall market looks good. Definitely money to be made trading some things out there, like this. But your longer term investing, I mean, you're going to want to be in stocks like this, like Google and Microsoft and stuff like that. So you can make money in both. Just know the difference between what's a long-term investment and what's just, trading, or a little bit of, you can have fun gambling on these things. It's fine. Just don't bet the farm on them, and make sure to manage your risk. Check us out at reallifetrading.com, and don't forget to love life, live life, trade it. Thanks everyone. Have a great night.